Welcome to Wanderwise, your ultimate guide to exploring the world. Today, we invite you on an epic journey across Europe as we uncover some of the most awe-inspiring UNESCO World Heritage Sites. But before we begin, did you know what UNESCO actually is? UNESCO stands for the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization. It's an international agency dedicated to preserving the world's most precious cultural and natural wonders, places so important to humanity that they're protected for future generations. From ancient cities carved by time to natural wonders sculpted by the elements, UNESCO World Heritage Sites represent the very best of our shared global heritage. And today, we're taking you on an unforgettable journey across Europe. So grab your passport of imagination, because we're starting this epic adventure in the cradle of Western civilization, Greece. Perched on a rocky hilltop, the Acropolis of Athens stands as a timeless sentinel over the Greek capital. Here, democracy was born and philosophy flourished. As you walk through the Propylaea gates and step into the shadow of the Parthenon, you're not just witnessing marble ruins. You're standing where Socrates once debated and Pericles once ruled. At sunset, the golden light casts long shadows over the columns, whispering stories of gods, empires, and revolutions that shaped Western civilization. In the heart of Italy's eternal city, Rome's historic center feels like a living museum. The Colosseum echoes with the roars of gladiators and crowds, while the Roman Forum offers silent testimony to speeches that changed history. St. Peter's Basilica rises like a spiritual beacon above Vatican City. Every cobblestone and column tells a story of emperors, artists, saints, and rebels whose legacies still reverberate across continents. Shrouded in mystery and aligned with celestial events, Stonehenge stands like a prehistoric clock in the misty Salisbury Plain. Who raised these massive stones, and why? Were they marking the solstice? Summoning the gods? Travel just north to Avebury, where massive stone circles encircle a quaint English village, offering a quieter yet equally enchanting portal to Britain's ancient past. Rising from tidal sands like a fairy tale fortress, Mont Saint-Michel appears almost too magical to be real. Its Gothic spires and medieval walls are reflected in waters that rush in and out with the tides. Monks have prayed here since the 8th century, and pilgrims still climb the winding paths in awe. As mist rolls across the bay, you understand why this place has inspired legends for centuries. In Granada, the Alhambra crowns a hill like a jewel of Moorish elegance. Its intricate stucco work, peaceful courtyards, and delicate calligraphy transport you into the heart of Islamic art and architecture. From the Albayzin district, with its whitewashed houses and winding alleys, you can gaze at the red fortress glowing in the twilight. Together, they form a portrait of cultural fusion rarely seen in Europe. Bruges is a city that seems plucked from a Renaissance painting. Its canals mirror gabled rooftops, and the scent of fresh waffles mingles with the bells of the belfry. Once a thriving medieval trading port, the city's Gothic facades and cobbled squares have survived centuries of change, preserving a perfect slice of Flemish splendor. Straddling two continents, Istanbul's historic core is where East meets West. The Hagia Sophia, once a cathedral, mosque, and now a museum, holds centuries of religious transformation under its mighty dome. The Blue Mosque's elegant minarets pierce the sky beside bustling bazaars and ancient Roman walls, offering a sensory mosaic of empire, faith, and cultural crossroads. Few buildings bear witness to as much blood and intrigue as the Tower of London. From the beheadings of queens to the guarded crown jewels, its cold stone walls echo with tales of ambition and betrayal. Built by William the Conqueror in 1066, the tower remains a symbol of authority and a reminder of the darker chapters in English history. Prague's historic heart is a place where every building tells a tale. The astronomical clock ticks beside Gothic churches and Baroque palaces, while the Charles Bridge arches gracefully over the Vltava River, watched over by silent saints. This city has survived empires and uprisings, and through it all, its magic endures. Just outside Vienna, the golden facades of Schönbrunn Palace gleam in the sun. Once the summer residence of the Habsburgs, it now welcomes visitors into a world of opulence and imperial grandeur. Wander through halls where Mozart played as a child, or stroll in the vast formal gardens once enjoyed by Empress Maria Theresa. High atop towering sandstone pillars, monasteries cling to the cliffs of Meteora like eagles' nests. Built by monks seeking solitude and divine connection, these skyward sanctuaries are both spiritual havens and architectural marvels. As mist rolls over the mountains, the stillness here is almost otherworldly. Venice, the floating city, is a labyrinth of canals, bridges, and timeless romance. But it's not just gondolas and palazzos, it's a marvel of engineering and perseverance. Built on wooden piles driven into marshy soil, the city has defied the sea for centuries. Yet every rising tide is a reminder of its fragile beauty and the urgency to preserve it. Within the medieval walls of Tallinn lies a fairy tale town of pastel houses, red-tiled roofs, and watchtowers that still scan the horizon. Once part of the Hanseatic League, this Baltic gem bridges Nordic charm and Slavic soul. Its cobbled streets come alive with stories of merchants, invaders, and revolutionaries. Krakow's Old Town is a masterpiece of resilience. Surviving war and occupation, its Grand Market Square remains the heart of Polish pride. The towering Wawel Castle and the Cloth Hall buzz with history and trade, while the echo of Chopin's music floats down lantern-lit streets. Chartres Cathedral rises like a stone prayer to the heavens. Its stained glass windows glow like precious gems, casting rainbow light onto stone columns worn smooth by pilgrims' hands. Built in the 12th century, this Gothic marvel holds secrets in its sculptures and sacred labyrinth, revealing the medieval mind in every detail. Florence was the cradle of the Renaissance, and every street hums with artistic genius. The Duomo's terracotta dome, engineered by Brunelleschi, dominates the skyline, while Botticelli's and Michelangelo's works breathe life in nearby museums. In Florence, history isn't behind glass. It walks beside you. Like a storybook fortress, Carcassonne's double-walled citadel towers over the Oder River. Restored in the 19th century, its turrets and battlements stir the imagination. Were those knights or crusaders defending the gates? As evening falls, torch-lit streets make it easy to believe you've slipped into the Middle Ages. Rising from the Tuscan hills, San Gimignano is often called the medieval Manhattan for its skyline of stone towers. Built by rival noble families, these vertical homes were status symbols as much as fortresses. Today, their shadows stretch over vineyards and sun-drenched piazzas, a town frozen in time, sipping fine Vernaccia wine. Encircled by formidable walls, the old town of Rhodes was the stronghold of the Knights Hospitaller. Walk its stone streets and you'll feel echoes of crusaders and Ottoman conquerors. The Palace of the Grand Master rises like a medieval palace out of a legend, guarding secrets from one of Europe's most strategic crossroads. Dubrovnik, the pearl of the Adriatic, wears its limestone walls like a crown. From atop the ramparts, the turquoise sea meets terracotta roofs in a panorama so perfect it seems unreal. Once a mighty maritime republic, Dubrovnik balanced diplomacy and trade, preserving its independence through wit more than warfare. Nestled along the banks of the Daugava River, Riga's historic center is a tapestry of architectural styles reflecting its rich past as a major trading hub in the Hanseatic League. The city's skyline is adorned with spires and ornate facades showcasing Gothic, Baroque, and Art Nouveau designs. As you wander through its cobblestone streets, the echoes of medieval merchants and the melodies of street musicians intertwine, bringing the city's vibrant history to life. Before we dive in, make sure to subscribe to Wonderwise and join us on unforgettable adventures every week. Vilnius boasts one of the largest surviving medieval old towns in Northern Europe. Its labyrinthine streets are lined with a harmonious blend of Gothic, Renaissance, Baroque, and neoclassical buildings. The city's diverse architectural heritage mirrors its multicultural history, where Catholic, Orthodox, and Jewish communities have coexisted for centuries, each leaving an indelible mark on the city's soul. Rebuilt from the ashes of World War II, Warsaw's historic center stands as a testament to resilience and determination. Painstakingly reconstructed using old photographs and paintings, the city's heart beats with renewed vigor. The royal castle, market square, and colorful townhouses exude a timeless charm, honoring the past while embracing the future. Lviv's old town is a mosaic of Eastern European cultures where Ukrainian, Polish, Armenian, and Jewish influences converge. Its cobbled streets lead to hidden courtyards, ornate churches, and bustling cafes. The city's rich tapestry of traditions and architectural styles tells a story of unity in diversity, inviting visitors to explore its multifaceted heritage. Once a thriving mining town, Banska Štiavnica is nestled amidst the Štiavnica Mountains. Its historic center is dotted with Renaissance palaces, medieval churches, and mining relics, reflecting its golden era. The town's unique blend of natural beauty and industrial heritage offers a glimpse into the symbiotic relationship between humans and nature. Perched on the banks of the Vltava River, Český Krumlov is a fairy tale town where Baroque, Gothic, and Renaissance architectures coexist harmoniously. The majestic castle overlooking the town, winding alleys, and vibrant art scene create an enchanting atmosphere that captivates every visitor. Perched at the foot of the Alps, the fortified ensemble of Bellinzona once guarded the only route between northern and southern Europe. Three medieval castles, Castel Grande, Montebello, and Sasso Corbaro, dominate the landscape with their thick walls and soaring towers. Together with the remnants of defensive walls that cut across the valley, they formed an impenetrable shield during the reign of the Dukes of Milan. As you walk along the battlements and gaze over the surrounding valleys, the strategic brilliance of these fortresses becomes vividly clear, their stones silently recounting centuries of struggle, power, and protection. Stretching 98 kilometers between the Baltic Sea and the Curonian Lagoon, the Curonian Spit is a fragile miracle of nature and human perseverance. This thin, windswept sand dune is a living landscape, constantly shifting, yet stabilized by centuries of afforestation efforts. Once threatened by desertification, local communities reshaped the terrain with pine trees and clever engineering. Today, traditional fishermen's villages nestle among forests and dunes, and migrating birds pause here by the millions. The Spit is not just a natural wonder. It's a testament to the harmony that can exist between people and the earth. Off the stormy coast of County Kerry rises a jagged island of stone, Skellig Michael, one of Europe's most remote and mystical heritage sites. Here, early Christian monks built a clifftop monastery in the 6th century, reachable only by a climb of 600 steps. Life here was harsh, solitary, and contemplative, exposed to the Atlantic winds and shrouded in mist. Their beehive-shaped huts, built without mortar, have withstood over 1,000 years of weather. Today, Skellig Michael is not just a refuge for puffins, it's a pilgrimage into the past, where faith defied nature in pursuit of divine silence. High in Bulgaria's Rila Mountains lies a spiritual fortress, the Rila Monastery. Founded in the 10th century by the hermit Ivan of Rila, this Eastern Orthodox monastery is a beacon of Bulgarian cultural identity. Its arcaded balconies, colorful frescoes, and striped facades create a unique architectural harmony. Inside, the Church of the Nativity dazzles with golden iconostases and intricate wall paintings. Rila wasn't merely a religious center, it was a stronghold of learning and resistance, especially during the Ottoman period, when it preserved Bulgarian language and literature. Even today, it remains a living sanctuary. In ancient times, Delphi was believed to be the center of the world, the Omphalos. This sacred site, perched on the slopes of Mount Parnassus, was home to the Oracle of Apollo, whose cryptic prophecies shaped Greek and foreign destinies alike. Pilgrims came from across the known world, climbing the sacred way past treasuries and temples to hear the priestess's words. The Temple of Apollo, the theater, and the stadium still stand in silent testimony to a civilization obsessed with fate and the divine. Delphi wasn't just a sanctuary, it was a gateway between man and the gods. Tucked into the pine forests of Cyprus's Troodos Mountains are tiny churches that hold vast artistic treasures. These Byzantine chapels, modest on the outside, burst with color within. Frescoes dating from the 11th to 16th centuries depict biblical scenes with rich vibrancy and detail. The Caicos Monastery, in particular, is a masterpiece, its angels and saints almost seeming to move with the candlelight. These churches were built by local communities, and their survival speaks to centuries of devotion and cultural resilience hidden in the hills. Winding along the Danube River, the Wachau Valley is a landscape of enchantment. Terraced vineyards cling to steep hillsides, while medieval castles and monasteries rise above the river. The Baroque Melk Abbey, perched like a crown over the town, dazzles with golden halls and a library that smells of parchment and wisdom. Apricot orchards bloom in spring, and sleepy villages invite slow exploration. The Wachau isn't just scenic, it's a perfect blend of nature, agriculture, and human artistry that has remained remarkably unchanged for centuries. Spanning across more than 18 countries, these ancient beech forests are nature's living time capsules. Untouched by modern forestry, they represent how European beach spread after the last ice age, evolving and adapting with extraordinary resilience. In places like Ukraine's Uzhansky National Park or Germany's Hainich Forest, you walk beneath canopies that have sheltered countless species for millennia. The air is rich with birdsong, the ground soft with centuries of fallen leaves. These primeval forests are not just ecosystems, they are relics of a pre-industrial Europe, whispering the secrets of deep, natural time. Nestled in the green hills of Somerset, Bath is a city sculpted from golden limestone and Roman dreams. Known for its thermal springs, the Romans built grand baths here over 2,000 years ago. Later, Georgian architects reimagined the city as a neoclassical masterpiece, resulting in iconic crescents, gardens, and tea rooms that feel like time has paused. The Roman baths still steam, while Bath Abbey's fan vaults stretch like wings overhead. Bath is not just about healing waters, it's a living novel of Britain's cultural evolution. Surrounded by crystal-clear waters on a small Adriatic island, Trogir is a city museum of Romanesque, Renaissance, and Baroque treasures. A UNESCO World Heritage Site since 1997, Trogir's preserved core features the stunning Cathedral of St. Lawrence, with its intricate portal carved by Master Radovan. Venetian palaces, narrow lanes, and fortress walls tell stories of merchants, nobles, and invaders who shaped its destiny. The scent of the sea mingles with the rhythm of ancient stones beneath your feet. Trogir is a jewel of the Dalmatian coast, where every street corner holds a chapter of Europe's maritime saga. A symphony of turquoise lakes, cascading waterfalls, and lush woodlands, Plitvice is one of Europe's most magical landscapes. Its 16 terraced lakes are connected by a series of waterfalls that change color with the seasons, from emerald green to icy blue. Wooden boardwalks let visitors pass directly over the water, where fish dart below and mist rises from the falls. This park isn't just beautiful. It's a rare natural phenomenon formed through millennia of geological and hydrological processes. Stretching across the coasts of 3 countries, the Wadden Sea is the largest unbroken system of intertidal sand and mudflats in the world. A UNESCO site of staggering biodiversity, it's home to over 10,000 species and a vital stopover for migratory birds. Here, the tides dictate life, shaping islands, feeding seals, and creating a landscape that's both hostile and nurturing. Visitors can walk across the seabed during low tide, discovering ancient rhythms that have governed this living coastline for millions of years. A wonderland of romantic gardens, grand palaces, and serene lakes, the Lednice-Valtis area was transformed by the Liechtenstein family into a cultural landscape without peer. The chateaux of Lednice and Valtis are architectural masterpieces set within forests, pavilions, and follies that rival the elegance of Versailles. Designed with Enlightenment ideals in mind, this is a place where art, nature, and philosophy merge. Stroll beneath the minaret, cross ornate bridges, or simply listen to birdsong echoing across landscaped lakes. It's a symphony of human vision and natural harmony. Thank you for joining us on this unforgettable journey across some of Europe's most treasured UNESCO World Heritage Sites. Each destination we've explored tells a story of ancient civilizations, architectural brilliance, and the enduring spirit of humanity. But this is only the beginning. Part 2 of our series is coming soon, where we'll continue to uncover even more breathtaking wonders scattered across the continent. So don't miss out. Please like this video, subscribe to Wonder Wise, and hit the notification bell so you're the first to know when the next chapter begins. Leave a comment and let us know which destination captured your imagination the most. Your thoughts inspire our next adventures. Until then, wander wisely, and we wish you many fun, memorable trips.